Well, hello everyone. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Hi, hello, salutations and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here. Certainly longer than I was expecting to be. And, well, I guess I just better have a little bit of a debrief, a bit of an explanation and so on. It's been a month of hell, really, especially when it comes to me. Not necessarily like most things in my life, but sort of me. So, I mean, for those of you who'd been watching my last videos and that, you knew that I had switched over to Wegovy. Christ, do I never recommend that to people. But I'm sure to some people that would work absolutely fine, but for me that was quite possibly the worst decision I have ever made. In the interest of keeping costs down, there was good intentions there, but wow, what a mistake. So just to recap on that Wegovy situation, Wegovy in this country, in the UK, is hell of a lot cheaper than Mounjaro, because Trump decided that Lilly, the creator of Mounjaro, should be charging more for the product overseas instead of in America. Okay, fair enough, it's right to do that, but it meant that, you know, it does put a strain on us people abroad who just are living in our own cost of living crisis, to be honest. So I went to Wegovy, which is a Danish company that make it, I think. So don't come under this price increase thing. I always heard that it's not meant to be as strong as Mounjaro, but a lot of success stories. So I went for it. Very similar in terms of delivery, in terms of the pen. All I will say, the difference between the two when you're doing it is it hurts more when it's going in. That's what I found. To summarise what it's like to be on Wegovy, still feel hungry, but you also feel sick. And you're hungry, you go to eat, and your stomach feels wrong. It feels like you want to be sick. It's just uncomfortable. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but you just don't feel right. So then to me, it's almost like torture, because you still feel hungry, but then you can't eat. But you can eat because you want to eat, so you do, despite the fact you feel ill, you feel like shit, I think that's what I was trying to say. But nightmare, absolute nightmare. Now, excuse me, couple that in with various other factors. December, I am still adamant that anyone to be successful on weight loss at this time of year, you must be so on it, because the lack of light, so you feel less inclined to go out. The horrible weather, I know that it is a UK thing, rain and that, so you're less inclined to go out and do things. What else? Well, work has been work. That can't really say too much more about that, but that's a contributing factor as well. Health has been another thing. Well, no, Christmas, to be fair though, Christmas is going to be Christmas. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to sit there and have a salad on Christmas Day, you know, good luck to you, because I certainly couldn't. But the problem is, I had like a week or so leading up to Christmas of being on Wegovy and just eating because I didn't have hunger suppression, and then I've now had 2 or 3 weeks of just eating after Christmas because of no hunger suppression. Okay, so Christmas kind of throws everything off. What else? Health has been atrocious, okay, in terms of trying to progress, okay. As you can hear, I'm now on the tail end of what was quite a bad cold. I touch wood, if there was wood in here, I've not had this flu or whatever it was that's been doing the rounds yet, but knowing how I am at the minute, I probably will do. And so obviously when you've got a bad cold, I don't know if anyone else has that. Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't pull out from someone and die. You want more comfort thing, you want more food when you're ill because you're ill. You want that bit of that comfort. And also where I have been trying to do things like swimming and stuff like that, if your nose is blocked, you're then relying on your mouth and it just makes it harder and it's just like it's working against you. Your own body's then working against you. Injuries have been a thing. So for the longest of time, for probably about a month now, I've had an issue with my heel. It's a lifelong thing that I've been dealing with, and it's now been affected by the arthritis because it's an area that they picked up on the scan. So I had to sort of move away from cardio-based things to then strength. And to be fair, I think it was the cardio side of things that was helping more. But if you got a bad heel, what else can you do? So that hasn't helped. Then I had a really bad thing with my back, or my ribs really, at one point, where I've got to that age now where I literally hurt myself getting into bed, which is fantastic. You know, it wasn't because I was rock climbing or anything like that. I got into bed and somehow that simple act fucked up my rib. So then that made things difficult. What else did I have? I also, there was something else I had as well. God, I can't remember. It just seemed to be. You ever get this feeling that whether it's divine intervention or if you believe in this whole like this is all a simulation thing, that you know there's a controller somewhere, it's just purposely putting things in just to stop you doing what you need to do. That's how it has felt the last month or so, month and a half maybe. But it's just any time I go to do something or try and change something and all that, there's a scenario. Here, have this. Here, have this curveball. Here, have that. Oh, you're now ill. Oh, do this. It has been challenging. It has been so mentally challenging, because when you get yourself into a rhythm and you get into that position where, like, you know, I know what I'm doing, I'm on a great journey, I'm doing this, and then you're spluttering, and then it's like, you know, your engine isn't working anymore, and then you're just stagnant. You then just sat there like, and it has been so disheartening and horrendous. And so what have I had to do about it? Right, well, I have been returning to swimming, because there was a period of time where I couldn't do that as well because of the Christmas period and all that. So I've started doing that again. Okay. What else? Yes, I have now taken my 4 doses of Wegovy, and I made the conscious decision of reordering Mounjaro. Money wise, it's not ideal, to be honest, but it is what it is. I couldn't carry on with Wegovy. I can't carry on. I'm just going to undo all the good work I've done. So I'm back to Mounjaro. I've had my first Mounjaro jab, I was also then a little bit concerned because I can't particularly say my food suppression has been great this week since I've had it, which is frustrating to say the least, because I've got myself all hyped up that I'm going to go back to Mount Jaro and I'm going to feel so much better and everything, and to be honest with you, it's not been the same suppression. But then I recall saying to you guys before, you know, Mount Jaro was stopping working and all that, so maybe I've sort of hyped myself up a little bit too much. But it's still better than Wegovy, so I will take the small victories where I can. Eating has been on and off. It's been all right. There's been a few blips. But the one thing I do want to talk about, which is the elephant in the room, to be honest with you, weight. Okay. Now, I've put on, but I have made the conscious decision to keep that to myself. I just need to get my head right. I need to get myself in the right position and just use this for what it is at the moment, just to sort of go, right, okay, this is where I am, I need to now work from here. Okay, so I have put on, I already knew I had, because of the way my clothes felt, because of the way I felt. It was no great surprise. Okay, no great surprise at all. I didn't sort of go on and go, oh, how did this happen? Yeah, I think a month of stuffing your face probably was the reason that this happened. Now you might think, oh, that's cowardice, you should put on what you did and this, that and the other. Well, okay, maybe so, but it's for me. I know I've now got to get back on it. I've got to get my head right. I've got to kind of try and battle this, like I said, this divine intervention that seems to be happening, where every time I go to do something, something happens. I've got to, I mean, life is just being life at the minute. Let's just say that. Okay. I think I'm a big believer in the fact that I think I need more daylight, more waking up in the morning to pitch black and it's freezing cold doesn't exactly push you with desire to go out, and I mean, I do it, but it's to wake up and it's light and not freezing cold would bloody help. For it to be dry, because there have been opportunities when I could have gone out and walked and all that, but it's been raining or it's been that, and it's just, you know, I just can't. And I just need to just get refocused into this, because my God, it's been fucking awful. It really has. But I keep on. I keep going. I've got no choice. I've got to keep going. All I will say is I appreciate for those of you who might have been wondering where I was and if I was okay. I've been alright, but I'm not at the same time. But on we plough, on we march to hopefully more successes again. I could just do with an extended period now of steadiness, whether that be just being healthy, not being ill or having injuries, or just things in life, just you know, can you go piss off and deal with someone else for a change instead of keep going, oh Chris, we'll land all this on Chris. Yeah, that'd be nice if we could just have a bit of just boringness. That would be nice. That'd be great. And then yeah, I just I think if this gives you anything, it's the realization that even when you're doing very well and you're succeeding, life doesn't give a shit. Life will continue, and then you've got to try and get over that mountain. Okay, you've got to try and climb it, get to the top, and then come down. Now, I do believe I've reached the peak, and I've gone now past it. I'm now on my way down. Cold is going, so the cold is going. Weather's going to be like this for the next 6 months, no doubt, being England. But I'm now back heading down the mountain, which is always going to be easier than going up the mountain. And hopefully I'll get some flat land soon. That'd be nice. But anyways, I hope, only because I didn't mention it, I hope you all had a good Christmas, you all had a good New Year. I hope your own journeys went well over the Christmas period. Hope they went better than mine did. But I will be returning to this, and yeah, I look forward to speaking to you again soon. So take care of yourself. Be good. I'm going for a walk. Notice it'll be dry. Not if I went to go now, it'd be all wet.
Wise Mount Jaro, come on in and you can see his goofy face, arthritic knee, still living life like he's 23. But no more chips and no more cheese, his boobs alone are double D's, and he sits down when he pees. Wise Mount Jaro, oh wise Mount Jaro, losing weight, that's his job, so he can finally see his knob. If only he could stop shoveling food in his gob, spending hours on the bog trying to pass another law. Wise Mount Jaro, oh wise Mount Jaro, subscribe to him now, it'll mean a lot, so he can finally stop being a blob, so he can finally stop being such a big old hairy blob. Subscribe to him now, it'll mean a lot, so he can finally stop being a blob, so he can finally stop being such a big old